guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share with you guys some things that I do to help maintain my pastel pink hair. Pastel colors are really hard to have for a long time without having to constantly re-dye it. So I just thought I would share some of the things that I have discovered, and I have to say I am not a professional hairstylist, so these are just things that I've tried and that have worked for me. Also, if you want to know my entire hair care routine, I did post a video of that recently, but today I'm going to be focusing only on the things that I do to help keep my color, make it last as long as possible. So for the color that I have right now, I would say that if I didn't do any of this, it would probably last me 2 weeks. It's very light pink, so it does fade super fast, which is pretty annoying. But with these things that I do actually prolong it to a little over a month. I have to do my roots every 6 weeks. So that's basically when I re-dye my hair, which is gonna be soon. But as you can see, my color is still looking pretty good. So the first two tips are things you actually have to do before you even dye your hair pink. And the first one is to have platinum blonde hair. So if you guys watched the first video where I bleached my hair from brown to blonde and then pink, obviously my pink did not look like this. It was a much darker pink because my hair wasn't platinum blonde. I bleached it twice and managed to get it, I think, to a level 7. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a hairstylist, so I'm not really sure, but I was able to get a pretty vibrant pink, and the pastel just wouldn't work. It was not going to show up on my hair. So that's the number one thing. If you want pastel hair, you need to get your hair light enough, ideally a level 10. So yeah, that's just the first thing. The last time that I did my roots, I actually did not get them light enough. So because of that, they've actually been fading very quickly. Let me see if I can show you guys. I don't know if you can see it in there anywhere, but it's definitely not as pink as the rest. It started fading really quickly because it's just not light enough. So my second tip, once you have your platinum hair, is when you're gonna dye your hair, wash it, but don't use conditioner because the dye is already a conditioner basically. And if you have conditioner, from my understanding, it basically gets into the cuticles of your hair, I think, and therefore doesn't let the dye come in, something like that. It's very sciencey. I don't really know how it works, but basically the times that I did use conditioner, I could see that it just seemed like the dye didn't really take and it faded super quick. So make sure you just wash it and then you do the dye, and then that's basically a conditioner, and I dilute mine with conditioner, so even more conditioner. How many times can I say conditioner? Anyway, yeah, so don't do that. Just wash and dye. All right, so speaking of washing your hair, moving on to tip number 3 is to not wash your hair often. So I naturally have very oily hair. I used to wash my hair every other day, maybe skip 2 days, but that would be pushing it and I'd have to use dry shampoo and stuff. But since bleaching my hair, it actually dried it out a lot. And I like it because my hair is basically normal now. And because of that, I'm able to only wash my hair once a week. It does start to get oily towards the end, but that's where the dry shampoo comes in. And the reason for this is because every time you wash your hair, you're washing out some of that dye. So if you can hold off on washing it a lot, then that's definitely gonna prolong the color in your hair. All right, so tip number 4 is to avoid heat. So that goes for in the shower, washing your hair with hot water just kind of gets rid of the dye quicker. So you kind of want to avoid that. I feel like hot tools also kind of have that same effect. I mean, as you can see, I have wavy hair right now, so I obviously still am using heat on my hair. And it doesn't affect it too much, at least not the tools. But it's something to keep in mind. I mean, if you're constantly using hot water, hot tools all the time, your color will fade quicker. All right, so for the 5th and final tip, it's gonna be a little DIY moment. And this is something that when I discovered, I just found it very useful, along with barely washing my hair, and it's to mix in some hair dye with your conditioner, because as I said, I only dye my hair like a full-on dye job every time I touch up my roots, because it basically makes my hair blonde for the most part, so then I have to re-dye it. But if I'm only doing that every like 5 to 6 weeks, I only wash my hair about 5 to 6 times, once a week. And then every time it does fade a little. So I usually start off with a color that's like a little bit stronger than what I actually want. And then after one wash, it's basically perfect. But then every wash after that, it starts to get lighter and lighter. I don't really mind that. I think the really light pink is really pretty. So I just kind of let it get there and I don't mind. But something that I started doing recently was mixing in my hair dye with my conditioner. Naturally, it would just get lighter and lighter, but with this dye in the conditioner, it helps it to not lighten too much each time. And that's what I've been doing, and I've been loving it. This does not replace actually dyeing your hair, because when you're dyeing your hair is dry, and so that way, you know, the color is gonna take more in the shower. It's obviously wet. And also you don't leave it on as long in the shower. Like I usually leave my hair dye on, like when I'm actually dyeing it, about 1 to 2 hours. I am not gonna sit in the shower for that long. And even if I did, it wouldn't give me the same result because again, my hair is wet. But I do think it helps to just give your hair a little bit of color back so that it's not fading too quickly. So all you're gonna need for this is your hair dye and some conditioner. Now, I have to say that when I dye my hair, I already dilute my hair dye with conditioner. So this mixture is basically my hair dye in a bottle. But if you already use a very pastel color, like it's already pastel on its own, I don't know how well this is going to work because I feel like mixing it with conditioner is just going to dilute it too much. But if you do use a diluted color, then this will definitely work. So I took some of the white conditioner that I always use with my dye. I opened it up, poured it into a bowl, and then I mixed in the two colors that I've been using lately, which is Virgin Pink and Electric Paradise, both by Arctic Fox. And I basically just mixed it in until the color looked like how I would want it to look on my hair. Once the mixture was done, I just had to put it back in the bottle, and this would have been a lot easier if I had like a little funnel or something, but I didn't. So I poured it into a Ziploc bag and snipped the corner, kind of like a cake, like a frosting piping bag. And I just used that to get it back into the bottle and then just closed it up and voila. It's very simple, and now I just keep that in my shower so that every time I wash my hair, I can use it. And I usually just leave it on for a couple of minutes. Like I'll try to get that done first so that it can work its magic while, you know, I'm taking a shower. So yeah, I think that's everything that I had to share with you guys. Like I said, these are just things that I felt like helped me, so hopefully they can help you as well. If you have any other tips for prolonging your pastel hair, please let me know in the comments because I would love to find some more things to make it last even longer. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. And until next time, bye!